let's quickly go straight to the first topic for discussion, where 2023, it is finally here, even though it's about a year. Of course, it's finally shaping up. Some years ago, it was like 2015 and 2019, and gradually 2023 is coming.
Exactly.
Some persons, of course, some big wigs come out to declare their intention to run for president, and the list is quite long, at least just for this week. And of course, for now, everybody is coming out, but as the months goes by, of course, the men will be separated from the boys. So from now, it's everybody coming in. So right now, we can't exactly say who the men are and who the boys are. For now, everyone is on the same level playing field. So, of course, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the biggest thing. He's been on like forever, you know, that he will be running for president, but we're not sure. He wasn't feeling very well at the point. We don't know if he will be fit to run, and of course, all that is rumor. He is actually coming. So, the leader of the ruling All Progressive Congress said he has informed President Momodu Buhari of his ambition to contest the position of the president in 2023. Tinubu said it was a lifelong ambition, and that he has the confidence, the vision, and the capacity to build on the vision of President Buhari. And of course, we have a Senator Orji or Kalu on Tuesday coming out to contest the All Progressive Congress presidential ticket with, of course, the former Lagos State governor. And the current governor of Ebonyi State, Dele, on Tuesday also declared his interest to run for the nation's top post in 2023. Publisher and newspaper columnist Dele Momodu officially informed the People's Democratic Party of his intention to contest for the presidential ticket of the party. A renowned pharmacist, Mazi Sam Owabunwa, also joined the People's Democratic Party presidential race. Addressing journalists shortly after a meeting with PDP National Chairman Dr. Eyochia Ayu, Owabunwa said he wished to place on record his firm promise and commitment not to be harassed, bullied, or intimidated by anyone who feels he or she can buy the whole of Nigeria with loads of cash fraudulently and illegally acquired and taken from the Nigerian people. That's the hard one there. Okay, so let's start discussing. Let's start with Tinubu, obviously. Now, some persons are kingmakers, and he's been like a kingmaker for a while now, called the biggest boy as far as godfatherism is concerned in Nigeria. Of course, a lot of talk about that. And so it is not so surprising that it's coming out, but on the other hand, there is a big but, in the sense that some people are made to be kingmakers, but not necessarily mean they can be kings. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, thank you very much, Solomon. Let me start by saying that it is never surprising that Asiwaju Tinubu declared his interest to contest the presidency of this country. If anybody is surprised, the fellow must be living in another continent. Definitely not in this part of the world. Because nobody was deceived from the word go. We all knew that one day Asiwaju Tinubu will declare the interest for the presidency. And when he has the capacity and he has the head, why not? Why not? He has been a kingmaker, there's no doubt about that. But what people call kingmaker, what people call godfather, I do not believe in those names.
But they are real.
I would rather term him as a mentor. He's mentoring people. Because the truth of the matter is that not only in politics, in every organization, you have someone you are looking up for, you are looking onto. You have someone who will take your form and assess you, and based on that assessment, you are either going to be promoted or demoted. These are When you want to go to the word Godfather, then you can name those people too as Godfather. But they are not necessarily. They are just mentor. Some people, you can't take experience away from anything in the world. Some people have devoted their time to certain career. In football, you see some people devoted their whole time to it. And after years of in and out, they've gathered experience to the extent that you cannot do anything without them. I remember when Ferguson was the coach of Manchester United, people will say, even when they are in their boardroom, they respect Ferguson. That they can't just wake up and take any decision against him just like that. These are things you acquire over the year. Tinubu has been in politics to the knowledge of some of us since 70s, or let us say 80s. He was a senator during the period of Babangida regime before he became the governor in 1999. And during this period, he was able to gather people together and make friends all over the country, this and that. And if by now he's not saying, I want to run for the #1 office, I will tell you he has the fundamental right, God on his side. That's the only thing that it matters, God on his side. No other person can say no. The way I have right, if I so desire, I can declare even right away that I want to run for the presidency of this country. You can declare the same thing. You have the qualification.
Definitely.
Thank God, the only paper qualification that will be required of me is also a school cert. And as a lawyer, it will be presumed that I have that, so I can declare. And so many of us can declare. So, but there's a difference between someone who has been nurturing it and someone who will now wake up. He said it's a life ambition, and I have no reason to doubt him. He has been a governor, he has been a senator, he has been installing, assisting, installing this, installing that. At this time, he has experience on that field, more than a lot of us. A lot of us were just criticizing. Some of us may not have voters card. Some of us may have and will not even go out on the day of the election. But some people devote their own time from morning till night on this project. And if it's not saying, then I want to take a shot at the highest post. So be it. It all left for Nigerians to say, we want you, we don't want you. They will look at the track record. What has he done? Can he do this? And I said, I keep on saying, I said, with God, because that's the ultimate.
Now, but the big question now is, why now? Because he's been mentoring for a very long time,
yes.
as
yes.
you said. You
yes.
know, but of course, we all know it's, however we try to pad it, godfathers, you know,
yes.
As a matter of fact, kingmakers, you know, as it were. So why now? Why must he be president? Why not continue bringing out good people?
Yes. Well, I've heard people saying that kingmaker does not necessarily become a king. But the underlying word is that does not necessarily. Not that he cannot become a king. Now, he has been mentoring, he has been godfatherism, he has been doing this, he has been doing that. And he now said, oh, let me have a shot at it. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as far as I am concerned. Unless you want to say he doesn't have the capacity, but we all know that he has the capacity. Even those who are criticizing him know that he has the capacity to do it. But the only other factor is with the Almighty. Now, who is the only person that knows who will wake up tomorrow?
Another fact, another skepticism here is his health. I mean, he looked well from when he came out, you know, finally, officially to declare his intention. But for a very long time, he was looking frail, he was looking sick. And we all know how difficult it is to rule a country like Nigeria, you know, different ethnic group, different religion. You know, it's one of the most difficult country to govern.
Yes.
And he was just the governor of Lagos State, rather. And of course, I've been under behind the scene, you know, mentoring and crowning others, you know. What would that happen if he becomes president? And taking a case in point from what happened, you know, President Buhari, for a very long time there was this story of him being sick, always traveling outside the country. I mean, we didn't know he's going to survive till now, you know. So using that, would he want to be in that kind of position? Will Nigeria want someone that's going to spend like 50-60% of his tenure visiting other country for medical reasons?
Well, your anxiety about his head is probably the.
I mean, it is not my anxiety.
It's not, okay. The anxiety. Don't let me say your anxiety. The anxiety about his head is something that a lot of people share, including myself. However, I am not God. We have seen instances where, like the Yoruba we see, instances where the fresh tree with leaves and root will fall, and the one that is without leaf, that is dried up, will still be there. So the issue of health is, he knows himself better than every one of us. He might have assessed his health. He might have, in Nigeria, almost everybody is going through one thing or the other. We all know how we are managing ourselves, because the country itself is a symptom, it's a sickness symptom for everybody. So everybody is involved. However, when you look at him when he went to the president to go and declare his intention, for what I saw there, he looks extremely healthy. How that one will continue in perpetuity, particularly,
is what we don't know.
Is what we don't know. We leave that to God. But I am saying that he will have his own medical report. He might have studied those medical reports. If he can certify himself as fit enough to take over, because the job of the president is not a small job. When you are healthy, you are going to be sick when you get there. But the point is, if you know you can cope with it, why not? And I want to say that he has assessed himself. He might have gotten advice from his medical team to say that no problem, go ahead. However, everything resides with the Almighty. We have seen people who go to bed hale and healthy, leave a meeting, bubbling, do all sorts of things. The following morning, people were waiting for him downstairs. He couldn't come down. When they waited up, they feel like, let's check what is happening to Oga. They got there. What did they see? They met his corpse. So this is life. You cannot say it. All I am saying, and which I will continue to say, is that nobody can boast that I'm going to be the president of this thing tomorrow. It is only when God sanctions it. Because between the cup and the mouth, there are a lot of obstacles. And so, that obstacle can come up anytime.
There are other names, but they've not officially come out. But let us look at those that have officially come out now. So yes. We have Senator Orji Kalu coming out on Tuesday. Yes. We have Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State, the current Ebonyi State governor, have come out. We have Dele Momodu coming out again. And then we have Mazi Sam Owabanwa. Now, what do you think about these other people?
Well, like I said, everybody, almost everybody, every adult has the qualification to come out once you were able to satisfy the provision of the Constitution in terms of age. You are eligible to come out when you have the minimal requirement of school cert. Now, them coming out to declare that they want to run for the presidency is not a new thing. It's within their right. And do not forget, when the governor of Ebonyi was defecting from PDP to APC, people said it's because he want to run for the presidency of the country. And he said, no, it's not that. I just want to declare, I'm declaring because...
Well, it is finally clear now.
You understand? It is finally clear why he defected. So, and Orji Kalu declaring will not in any way whatsoever surprise me. He has been saying it consistently that he wants to be the president of this country. He's declaring.
Now, forget about the constitution. We all know everybody's qualified now.
Yes.
Now, but let's look at these people, the antecedent. Let me get your opinion about these persons and the chance they will have. Now, Orji Kalu is currently battling a legal matter and stuff like that.
Yes.
Do you think that would hurt his chances?
Well, in a very, honestly, in a very sane and civilized country, Orji Kalu will not come and declare to run for the presidency, sincerely speaking. Because the point is, when you are facing a criminal charge, whether you are wrongly or rightly
once there is an accusation,
there's supposed to be an element of soberness in you. And see the way, if not because of the technicality of this and that, Orji Kalu will still be in prison today. But Orji Kalu being released in prison under circumstances, if I am in his shoes, I will fold my arms for the time being and make sure that that name is totally cleared before I will declare my intention. Unfortunately, I am not Orji Kalu. He has decided to do that. But there is no way, in a very same country again, there is no way Nigerians will give their vote to that kind of character.
Now,
they will want to see the logical end of that matter before they can trust him with any political office. In the same country.
And his time as governor of Abia State didn't exactly do him justice.
Well, honestly, there's no any enviable record when he was the governor of the Abia State. I do not see one. Maybe by the time he continues in his project, he will let us know what is it that special about him, even while he was the governor of Anambra State, that will make Nigerians to be able to trust him with this enormous power.
What about the current governor of Ebonyi State, Dele?
Well, the governor of Ebonyi State, I have been in Ebonyi State for in the past 2 years. I've been there for about 3 or 4 or 5 times. The development I see around the area in the state may be something that will boost his CV.
Maybe a plus for
maybe a plus for him in an attempt to clinch that post. However, his greatest opposition will come from his own region. Now, when he was declaring, I think a day or two, he granted an interview and was saying that the Ohaneze Ndigbo should not play politics or this or that. But I do not know if Ohaneze Ndigbo has come out and said, yes, David Ima is the one we are backing. Will he have said that? You understand? And besides that, in the southeast, is Ebonyi State actually regarded as Igbo State? Because they discriminate among themselves. So those are the hurdles he will have to clear. That's why I say his greatest opposition may come from his own region. Is APC, the other state there are either PDP or ABGA. That's another hurdle he has to clear. Are they going to rally around him to make sure that he clears the ticket?
What about Dele Momodu?
Well, Dele Momodu, you see, like I said, he has exercised his universal right.
Forget about the
to declare. But there, he has a lot of things to battle with too. You know, PDP is the party now that is finding its feet. But by the time he gets it, and we know those who are actually very, very interested in going for the presidency in PDP, that are even stronger and heavyweight. To me, the declaration of Dele Momodu, to me, I could be wrong. Maybe it's just for the purpose of, no, look at my stand, I'm still existing. I think it's better as a critic, the way he writes his letters, than wanting to be the president. Okay. But with due respect to him, it is his right. Let him go ahead with his project.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, this is Democracy and the Rule of Law on Galaxy Television. You can have your say via SMS. Send your message to 080-6632-8625. The number again is 080-6632-8625. Now, let's move on. Onwabunwa, what is his chances? The Mazi himself. What are his chances?
Well, let's see, these are unknown names in politics. And when I was starting this comment, I said experience cannot be bought with money, and experience matters all over the world. If you want to go for the presidency of this country or for any elected post, people will look at your antecedent, particularly when you are going to the level of House of Rep, Senator, Governor. People look at your antecedent. What have you done? What office has been entrusted to you before? What have you make use of the office? Now, in that wise, I do not know so much about his CV, but let time progresses. Because at times, we may not, what we are looking at may not be the real thing. Take, for instance, when Fashola was to contest for the governorship of Lagos State. For all intent and purposes, apart from the fact that he was the chief of staff to Tinubu, is unknown. But when he got there, he excelled.
I mean, we had the kingmaker backing him. That was enough.
Well, maybe that's part of the CV of the kingmaker.
Okay, now let's take a look at some other names. They've not officially come out to declare, but there are rumors and there are campaigns behind the scene. Yes. Let's take a look at Yahaya Bello, Kogi State Governor. He's been gaining some traction. You know, some are saying he's been buying them. He's been buying those traction with money. A lot of groups coming out to endorse him, newspaper publications, TV articles and radio reports about him, and some people are saying he's paying for them. Whether he's paying for them or not, the fact that he's been gaining some traction, is that can we look at him?
Well, Yahaya Bello is not a strange name in politics in this country again, having occupied the status in Kogi in Lokoja for some time now. And he has been making his intention known for a very long time that he intends to have a shot at the presidency of this country. He represents the youth, there's no doubt about that. But the question is he representing the youth the way the youth will have wanted to be represented? I have my doubt about that. Now, even the state in which in which way is he running the state? To me, he's running the state, and with due respect to him, like a sole administrator. That is the way I look at it. Now, workers in that state, an official statement will come from the government. Another official statement will come from the worker. We don't know who is who. To me, the knowledge at my disposal is owing them a lot of salary as we are talking. And when you corner him and you ask him, he tells you that, no, workers are paid in my state. So the reality of what is on ground in Kogi State do not tell me that he's doing well in that state. The reality on ground at my disposal did not tell me that he's doing well in that state. And because of that, the only thing we can judge him with for now is that apart from his unlimited loyalty to the president, the current president, Muhammad Buhari, apart his unlimited loyalty to him, the reality on ground in his state do not tell me that he's governing well the way people will have expected him to govern. And he does not tell me again that he's representing the youth very well, the way they will have loved to be represented.
And that is definitely a minus.
To me, that is a minus. That people are endorsing him all over the place. Look, let me tell you, it doesn't take anybody to be endorsed. If they said he's spending money, yes, he's spending money, and all of them are spending money. There's no doubt about that. You can't do politics in Nigeria without having the bash. You don't have
Ghana must go.
No. Even I think it's more than Ghana must go now. It's Ghana Nigeria must come now. So you can't do politics without it. So for him, there will be no problem for him to get endorsement from all the state of the federation or from all level of people. There's no problem. The other time I saw someone who went to Orji, Kalu, and said, I'm the president of so and so. We are begging you, sir, to come and run for the president of this country. And I was looking at, look at these gestures. Is that what it takes to be the president of this country? So endorsement is, don't rely on that. Don't rely on that. When you put your cards on the table, everything is going to be assessed. For now, we are talking of, let all of them come out. They are going to be scrutinized. People will go out. You know, one of the things you can do to make sure that people will dig into the minutest story of your life is just show your face in politics.
Especially in this internet age.
Especially in this internet age. People will bring it out for him.
Okay, now,
so it's just a matter of time.
Now, Atiku Abubakar, of course, he's one of those big wigs. He's contested for president before. He's not officially come out again, but there are indications that he will come out again.
Yes. People like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will definitely come out. He's biding his time and he's doing his underground work. Now he has, if someone said it is my life ambition, I think it's his own life ambition to rule this country. And as long as he's still alive, he want to pursue that ambition. Now, although it may not hold water. It may not hold water. At the end of the day, it may not hold water.
Now, another name is Yemi Osinbajo. He's not come out too, but there are rumors, there are news on the ground that he will also be coming out for.
Yes, well, if you say it's a rumor, I do not agree with you that it's a rumor. I think it's very much in public domain.
Yeah, but he has not come out officially.
That he will run.
That's still a rumor.
Yes, he has not come out officially. And I think I've seen instances where he tacitly debunk it. But in Nigeria, there's truth in every element of rumor. I can assure you.
Now, there's also names like Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, another person that's been gaining some little tractions with groups coming out to endorse him, and just like you said, coming out to say, if you're not contesting for president, we will sue you to court.
Okay, if he's not contesting for the president, we sue him to court. Well, let us wait for the writ of summons. But the question is, Pius Ayim has been the Senate president. He should bring out his scorecard and let us assess it. I do not see anything that he has done for him to merit to run for the presidency of this country. Even as a Senate president, can his state, the region, can they be proud of him? When he was the Senate president, it's either he's fighting this governor or he's fighting this person. I do not see him having the enough credential to be able to stand. I do not.
The biggest surprise.
Yes.
The biggest surprise is Goodluck Jonathan.
Yes.
There are news that he'll be coming out to contest again.
Yes.
For a second time. What do you think about that?
The Goodluck Jonathan, as far as I'm concerned,
do you think that's a good idea?
With what is going on in the country today, he has a good opportunity to come out to run if he's running under his party.
Because that's where the other problem is.
He's running under his party. Because he was defeated in 2015.
Yes.
And between that 2015 and now, we can see the scorecard. He can now use that to campaign for himself. That you see now, you all made mistake in 2015 when you set me parking. If I have been the one there, this will not be there.
That is if it,
maybe
he can say all that if it's coming.
That is why I said I will not be against his coming out if he's going to come out under his party, which is PDP. But the rumor we are having is that the APC want to throw him off. If he comes to contest under APC, then he has shown to the whole world that he's not a principled man. He's only interested in the paraphernalia of office.
Right.
And I'm not going to endorse that.
Let's look at the names of those that are coming out for APC. Pretty strong. We have Tinubu.
Yes.
We have Orji or Kalu.
Yes.
We have David Umahi.
Yes.
We have, and if rumors are anything to go by, we have Yaya Bello.
Yes.
We have Yemichi Bajo.
Yes.
And maybe Good Luck Jonathan. That's a pretty.
And ETC. So because there are still going to be some other names that will come up.
I mean we are talking about now.
But the question is,
look at that.
If Jonathan comes out to run for the presidency under APC, I do not see how he's going to skate through. Even though I don't know the level of assurances that were given to him. But the question is, does he have structure to be able to do this? Then he will be facing opposition from two sides, from PDP and from APC too. So forces will match together against it. Not necessarily the Ashwaju faction. Some people may not even like Ashwaju, but some people may feel slighted. That why should someone come from overnight and want to take the ticket when we have been nurturing this party for how many years? And someone who has consistently been at the level of condemning this party will not come overnight to snatch the ticket.
But he didn't come out to condemn APC. Not really. Not the kind of hammer he got from APC when he was president.
The point is, in terms of comment, in terms of language, Jonathan is very, very civil. You understand? He's very, very civil. But he has come out to condemn APC, but not in a manner in which the world will only understand him so much. He doesn't talk too much, and he's not a violent person. You understand? But when he said that, by the time I leave office, you will see the difference between me and these are issues.
Well, nobody expected this, that's for sure.
When he was saying that, do you want to be taking food to your husband and your loved one in prison? Those are things that will be put together. It's a criticism. But he's not the type that talks just anyhow.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, this is Democracy and the Rule of Law. We're going to take a look at some of the SMSs we have. Please, when you're sending in your messages, your name and where you're texting us from. This one says that Shiwaju Tinubu admission is good for the nation, but health-wise, he is not. Someone should not deceive Tinubu. He is not fit. I mean, not healthy. Okay, well, that's a contradiction. Please, your name and where you're texting us from. This one says Fred from Jos. Thank you, Fred. Has Tinubu ever apologized to Nigerians? The bad market is sold to Nigerians in 2015 and 2019. He has nothing better to offer Nigeria than the product he brought before. It's the turn of the Southeast and Tinubu should go. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much. And this country is designed for, okay, I don't understand this language. Please let your English be understood. And this from Ursula Shedrack. Thanks for the show. I think Governor of Ebonyi State will make a good government if he would be voted in. And this one is Omo Sheki Muiwa says, I think Tinubu declaration has been a reasonable step. This man deserves what he's trying to declare for. This man has impacted to the life of many people. Okay, thank you very much. This one said, I think Tinubu declaration has been, oh, okay, I've read that before. This engineer Ifiok from Akwa Ibom State. I think the likes of Goodluck, Godswill Akpabio is what Nigeria needs, and government of Ebonyi State to restructure Nigeria. Please, let's talk about it, sir. Thanks, I'm waiting. We should not make mistake this 2023. Please, I'm asking God to help Nigeria, cause this time Nigeria will okay, thank you very much. So we'll read some of the messages. Let's quickly go for a very short break. When we come back, we have about 10 minutes to take a look at the second topic, the federal government leave Twitter suspension after 7 years. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, if you're just tuning in, this is Democracy and the Rule of Law on Galaxy Television. I have quite a number of messages here, which is yeah, a very huge plus that I have some viewership. Unfortunately, some of the messages are not fit for broadcast, so I can't read them. So please, I still love this job.
Yes.
So send me
and you love your freedom.
that I can read.